Welcome to the latest edition of Millennial Boom with Diane Faith and Stanley Roberts, where almost no subject is off limits. Now, here are your hosts, Boomer Diane Faith and Millennial at heart, Stanley Roberts.
Hi, guys.
We're not live yet.
Oh, we're not? Yeah, we are. You're always messing with me.
What did I do now?
Good evening. Good. Well, you know what? The view from our back looks like it's like...
Last week
daytime.
Gabriel asked us to show the sunset, but when he asked, it was already set.
Oh, well.
And we can't. It's so much work.
It is. It's too bright in here.
Just imagine the sun and the ocean, and then the sun, and then the ocean, and then a lot less sun, and then more ocean, then a whole lot less sun, then more ocean, and then no sun. And you have a sunset. All right?
Sure.
All right. There we go.
So what's up? How's everybody doing?
What's up? Welcome to the latest edition of Millennial Boom, which we found out something.
Starring Diane Faith and Stanley Roberts.
Stanley Roberts.
Oh. Did you say Stanley Roberts?
I don't know. Sounds like it to me. Hello, Linda. So it's funny that we are on here today, and I wanted to bring this one point up before we get going, is that we meet so many people that say they watch our podcast.
Yeah.
But yet they don't participate.
They don't say anything. And so we don't actually know you're watching
because you don't say
anything.
And if you're on Twitter,
you
can't say something on Twitter, but if you go to Twitch, www.twitch.tv/Mr. Badley, you can watch there. And you can watch on YouTube. And funny thing, I checked my calendar to make sure it was Monday before I saw the tweet. Monday?
Today's
Sunday. Oh, wait, you know what, though? Oh, he goes Sunday. He changed it to Sunday. He changed it to Sunday.
Oh, he did?
Yeah,
I'm behind.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so, yes, we are live streaming from from Montana. Is it Wyoming?
Oh, wait. There's like hills here.
Oh, what?
Space.
So what? Move it over. Go move it.
No, it's cool.
Yeah, it's fine. She's mad because there's hell of space on the right hand side.
Space.
Hell over there. So it's okay though. We can have space. The Final Frontier. These are. Oh, you know what? Speaking about space, the Final Frontier, we watched.
That's not
Smokey and the Bandit.
That has nothing to do with space.
But it's the Final Frontier.
Yeah, we watched Smokey and the Bandit yesterday.
I've seen it, but
I saw it yesterday for the first time. Although I want to say I saw parts of it.
And I will say this. For an hour and 35 minutes, it's one of the best hour and 35 minutes you can watch. Because some movies now be like making you like sign off your birth certificate because you're gonna be there for like 3 days to watch it.
I like longer movies, especially if you're paying for it.
I don't like them because if you don't drain your bladder before it starts, right in the middle of it's like, hey, by the way.
Like when we went to go see John Wick.
Yeah, and it was like right around the end. I was like, hey, you might have to go to the bathroom. It's 3 hours in.
You might have to add some more electrolytes to your water.
Really? Because I drank a whole lot of water before we went? Hello, electrolytes.
Anon says we are getting ready for sports here in Boston. Boston Marathon, Celtics, Bruins, and playoffs.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, did the Celtics play their game already? Their first game? I forget. I don't know if that was earlier today or if that's later on tonight. But the Warriors lost against the Kings yesterday. So.
Hello, Philip, with 100%, whatever we do 100% for. Thank you. Of course, a lovely Cincinnati suburb.
Oh, Wyoming, Ohio. Had no idea.
I don't know. We're in Wyoming, Sheridan, Wyoming. And our duplicate home. We had it built exactly like it is here.
Yeah, exactly.
Even ordered like.
But the outside is different. There's no Pacific Ocean.
No, it's there. We just had it. It was green screened.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Green screen, Pacific Ocean. There we go.
Oh, Celtics game 1 was yesterday. Okay, I'm going to look up who won because it'll probably be faster for me to look it up. They won against the Hawks than to ask.
Has anybody been paying attention to the E40 debacle going on at the Kings game? If you haven't, you might want to tune in and check it out. Apparently he got ejected at the fourth quarter because he got into a argument with one of the people there. And, it's funny that people get ejected and then they celebrate that other person getting ejected. Like no one's going to take a picture of them celebrating.
So she celebrated that he got ejected?
She celebrated he got ejected. And was giving high fives. So it was like, okay,
So they were trying to get him ejected?
But I'm not saying that who's right or who's wrong. I'm just saying that, if someone is defeated, you don't celebrate their being defeated. But we do that though. We tend to celebrate
We do,
defeat.
yeah. Well, you know what? Most of the time, I feel like when someone's ejected, there's a celebration if the person that he was ejected was like in the wrong. But in this case, I'm not sure if he was in the wrong or not. I don't necessarily know all the facts.
I don't know the facts
I
enough.
was not there.
I was not there.
I only have read certain things, so who's to say what actually happened?
Anyone in here watching the World Chess Championship? No, I was watching the paint dry in the house.
Oh, I was watching the Suns and the Clippers game.
No, that's just like watching the paint dry.
It's not.
The-
I'm a
you know
Kevin
what?
Durant fan.
I'm not
so.
going to. I'm going to admit that I've never seen so many teams that never made it before in the playoffs.
Well, that's because you're
Kings,
you're referring to '90s
The
basketball.
Seltzers.
Celtics. The
The
Celtics
Celtics?
were good back in the day.
No, not the Celtics.
Larry Bird.
No, Clippers. I meant.
Oh, is that why you said seltzers?
Yeah. The Clippers used to not be any good.
Oh my god.
The Kings were never any good. Remember when the Warriors were used to be no good?
I do remember.
I made
that.
a joke a long time ago that I said, "How you had that many black people on one team that can't play ball?" That was just my. I know it was a long time ago. Can't say that joke anymore.
You should never say that joke.
Well, I said it when I was like when I first got here because you know me. I know what you're gonna say. You know, they used to be the Philadelphia team,
They used to be the Philadelphia Warriors.
but they're not. Okay.
They're not. No.
Okay, they're not. So let's not. I'm not going to change because did you change when you went to Phoenix? Did you start becoming a? Did you become a? Yeah, this is a serious question.
I didn't become
when you moved to Phoenix. Did you become a Suns fan?
I did not.
Did you walk around with a Suns shirt?
I didn't become a Lakers or
Did you
Clippers fan when I moved to LA either.
Answer my question. When you moved to Phoenix, did you become a Suns fan?
No.
Did you wear a Suns shirt?
No.
Did you walk around with a Suns #1 finger?
No.
Why not?
Because I'm a Warriors fan.
Okay, so why can't I be a 76er fan out on the East Coast, on the West Coast?
I didn't
Why can't I be? No, because you're like.
I didn't
well,
say you couldn't.
No,
be.
you. I'm just gonna say for the record,
Okay.
you did say a few times.
Okay, so here's the difference. Okay, I know that you're a hardcore 76ers fan.
Okay, hey,
So,
don't do it.
Wait,
Don't
no,
do it.
No, I'm not gonna say name the fans. I'm not.
No, you know why?
Because you're gonna put me on blast about the Giants. Okay, so I know you're a hardcore 76ers fan. I just have one thing to say though.
Go ahead.
When you lived in a place for as long as you did, I lived in LA for almost 7 years. Never became a Lakers fan. I lived in Phoenix for 4 years. Never became a Suns fan. You lived in the Bay Area for more than 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
You have a loving significant other. You have a loving. I'm your love of your life.
You mean you're not my daughter?
And I'm a hardcore Warriors fan, so I would think you would just like kind of try to support by default.
Thank you, Big Bucks, for the super chat for 99
Thanks,
cents.
big bucks. So I figured you would be a supportive fan, but you like to clown my team every chance you get. If your 76ers are playing, as long as they're not playing the Warriors, I root for your 76ers.
Okay.
As long as your Phillies
Just-
are not playing the Giants, I root for your Phillies.
Just for the record,
You never root for my Warriors.
just for the record, I do not clown. I do not clown. All I say is you want me to go hardcore Warriors with a Warriors jersey.
No, I don't want you to go hardcore.
Oh, yeah, you do.
I'm a 49ers.
You want me to buy you box seats?
I'm a 49ers fan. He's always like, oh, well, the 49ers, oh, they're going to owe us one or whatever. I don't know, whatever that dumb
The 48ers?
joke is. The 48ers, but they owe us one. It's like, you're always saying these jokes about my teams, but deep down, when your team's playing, I just support your team unless...
Okay, what did you just say to me? What did you just say to me before?
Name 5 players on your team.
If you can't name 5 players, you're not really a fan.
Well,
so
it's
I
true,
asked
though.
you to name
But
5 players for the Giants.
With the Giants, okay, so I admitted to him the other day because I was watching the Giants-Dodgers series, right? And I admitted to him, like, oh my gosh, I don't recognize any of these players anymore because when we lived in Phoenix, and most of the time when I lived in LA, I was following Giants. Over the last several years, I stopped following them hardcore because we didn't have the televised games in Phoenix. And so I'm looking, I'm like, really? Is Brandon Crawford the only one I genuinely recognize now? I had to like look up the roster and be like, oh my gosh, okay, so there's twin pitchers on the team.
Twins?
Twin pitchers on the team. I was like, I don't even know who our pitchers are anymore. I had to refamiliarize myself. So yeah, I'm going to be honest. I stopped watching the Giants.
But don't you hate it though when something that you throw at me comes back and bites you in the booty?
But it doesn't bite me in the booty. The reason why you think it does is because you're the one who's always like, oh, hardcore this, hardcore that, and you're not hardcore. I'm hardcore, but I will admit when I'm unfamiliar. You won't admit. You'll just like, oh, you don't need to know 5 players on the team to be a fan.
You don't.
No, you don't. But the thing is,
But
you swear you're hardcore though. You swear you're die hardcore.
You know how many
and you're
shirts
not.
I got? You know how many shirts I got?
Why? Why do you have those shirts? Why do you have those shirts?
Because I went out and bought them.
Because I bought them for you. Why do you have those shirts? Because I bought them for you.
Are you mad?
No, I love you.
No, you're getting angry on me over
I'm
here.
not angry. I'm smiling.
Yeah.
Okay,
You
guys.
ready? Are you gonna
Did
cut me?
Did you guys love this
Are
conversation?
you about to cut me? Because I need to know.
No, I'm not gonna cub you.
Okay.
Cub you.
Cut me?
Cut you.
Wait, so-
cut plus love. Cub you.
Diane bringing the pain. So the question about the Boulevard Cafe. I got lamb because when I go out to burger places, they have lamb burgers. I'll get a lamb burger because lambs are typically fed. Lambs are are typically fed grass. So you typically get grass-fed lamb when you have a lamb burger. But I don't get all the stuff they make on it. I make it just like a regular burger. I love the gamey flavor. So when I went to Boulevard, I had...
Who asked about Boulevard? Bill Van Ram.
yeah.
Okay, I missed that one. Okay.
And also there's another question that I missed earlier. Let me see if I can find it real quick. No, none of us became a Diamondback fan. Not even slightly.
No, I was never a Diamondback fan.
You know, I didn't let the heat.
Never.
I did not let the heat get to me in Arizona to make me lose focus on what team I support.
Okay.
But wait, before we go any further, just for the record, I never admit to being a hardcore fan. Period, because I'm not a hardcore fan.
Okay, so you just put up a front with me that you're hardcore.
I'm not. You know, I grew up I didn't grow up in a sports environment. When I grew up in basketball, I grew up and I played street ball. And what really bugged me about street ball was that the people in street ball were playing like they were playing for $1 million contracts. And they would get mad if you didn't do something right. And they want to fight you because they think you weren't playing ball the way that you should play ball. Like, this is the end of the world, and if you don't win today, you get $1 million. I never liked that. So I was turned off by sports across the board. But what really turned me off about sports was the fact that when I worked in the news business and I covered sports, I had to be objective. I could not pick sides. I had to just cover the team. Because if you pick sides, cover the team with the camera, then all the shots I get will be shots of the winning team.
Okay, but you know what's funny about that you say that, though? That you had to be objective?
Mm-hmm.
Is that nowadays you'll see the reporters...
They're not objective. They wear the jerseys and, yeah, go, 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 and that's not objectivity. I know what you're going to say. I beat you to it. I won the championship. I got the ring.
Well, so producer Jace, what's up? He says he shared this on Discord.
Thank you.
He also says, for the record, Stanley didn't let the heat confuse him, but he did ruin cheese a dozen times after shopping in AZ.
I ruined cheese once, and he got like...
Ooh, he times that by...
He times
that by 10 and added 1.
Yeah, he's like...
Oh, wait, no, and added 2.
I literally did it one time, and now he made it like 100 times. Oh, yeah, you threw cheese out the window 100 times.
Oh, my gosh, BC Stargazer said, go Expos.
Wow.
Okay.
Are they still a team? Huh?
They are still a team.
The Montreal Expos?
No, wait. Is it the Montreal Expos don't exist anymore. It's the
No.
Toronto Blue Jays that still exist, right? The Montreal Expos, didn't the Diamondbacks become...
I don't know. That's you.
Hold on.
I don't know. We got Diamondback games here in Albuquerque. Expos became the Nationals. Expos
Yeah,
became the Nationals.
yes, that's
Thank
right.
you, Maverick. Look at that.
Oh, my God.
Look at that. Wait, Hong Kong chiming in and telling us what's going on in America.
He's from
And-
Canada.
Oh, that's right.
But Chris knows everything, so it doesn't really matter where he's from.
I know.
He
You know
always
what?
be spinning facts, though.
You know why I know Chris know everything?
Why?
One day I'm at the store,
And you in for the night?
and I'm in for the night, and then I get a phone call. He goes, "No, you don't want none of that. Don't eat that." And I go, "Wait, what? Are you watching me?" And he goes,
That's scary.
"No, you don't want to eat that. Trust me." And so I threw everything I had away so he can't watch me no more. Speaking about watch, remember that new watch I saw at Apple?
Oh, yeah, the Ultra?
Oh, I'm in love with that watch. That looks like it doesn't even look like an Apple.
Love?
Yeah, it doesn't look like an Apple Watch anymore.
It does look like an Apple
No,
Watch.
it looks like it's
how the face is bigger.
Oh, Chris back with the omnipotent again.
Wait, what?
He said it's because I'm omnipotent.
You get your stuff. You're getting your stuff sooner than mine because I'm on delay.
Well, it's usual. You usually get it before me. Anyway, so where were we? Oh yeah, we're 8 seconds ahead. So by the time they catch up with us, we'll be on to a new subject.
So,
And in case you're wondering, we're reading the chat. So people are contributing by chat. So if you want to log in to like either Facebook or YouTube, you can, or Twitch, you can participate in the chat. You can ask us questions. We'll do our best to answer it. But if you answer something that is out of pocket, we will block you.
wait, so Gabriel says that's why you got the Faraday cage for your phone, right?
I got the Faraday cage in case we have a solar flare.
It's not called a cage, though, is it?
It can be considered a cage.
Oh, okay.
It's in case we have a solar flare, or now with the fact that we're moving closer to nuclear war, electromagnetic pulse would be protected if you put it inside there as well. So you put it in there, and even though I'm burned up to a crisp, I can still make a phone call. They're like, yeah, I'm on fire. What? I'd rather go straight to ground zero if they have nuclear war. They're like, poof, poof. I don't want to be like, and they got, you know what's on sale now? Iodine pills. You can buy those online now. I'm like, now people are pushing iodine pills. We got so caught up in the fact we might go to nuclear war that now they're selling iodine pills, like a big box of them. You know what those do? Why are you staring at me like that? Are you okay?
I'm just listening. I'm listening because, like, you're continuing to go on these rants. So, finish.
So, Anon said we've had a couple of flares that are pretty strong. And solar flares, if you're out in the open and your phone is exposed, can actually fry your electrodes.
Yeah, okay, so iodine?
So, no, the iodine pills are for nuclear, if there's a nuclear war and there's a detonation, the radiation, supposed to protect your lymph nodes or whatever from...
Your lymph nodes?
Yeah, lymph nodes or whatever it is.
Lymph
Thyroids
nodes.
or something.
Your thyroid. That's what your thyroid needs iodine, but...
Yeah. What, am I saying it wrong?
No, I'm thinking about that.
What, nuclear war?
No.
Hey, just poof, and it's all over with. Don't worry about it. You know what's...
I'm thinking, like, when are you going to take the iodine pills if there's a nuclear war?
No, after it happens, if you're not close enough to the place where you just incinerate it, then you get iodine, you get radiation poisoning, then you take the pills that's supposed to help you, be okay. And then as you wander the desert for 1,000,000 years, like those movies we watch on TV, where it's just desert land, and then what's her name comes out and sings to you? What's that singer's name? What's love got to do with it? But a secondhand emotion.
Tina Turner?
Yeah, so Tina Turner sings to you, and then what's his name comes up? He's like half fish. What's that guy's name? Who sings like he's half fish, and he floats through the air. What's his name?
What are we talking
Kevin
about?
Costner.
What are we talking about?
When he has the gills. Look,
No.
somebody wrote Stanley time after fluctuations.
Story time, Stanley.
Story time, and after I was still living in
After
China, people were
Fukushima.
buying bags of salt and eating it because someone posted on social media about iodine.
Gosh.
Okay, just for the record, salt does not give you enough iodine. All it does is just, that much salt will just ruin your insides. But yeah, there will be a lot of information out there that a lot of it is bullcrap. So don't believe what you read. Look for facts.
Shellfish is a good source of iodine.
Yeah, but what are you going to do, get a shellfish right after a nuclear war?
No, I'm just...
Oh, can I get some clams?
I was just saying, because I was adding my nutritional tidbit.
What's your nutritional tip for today?
I want to go tidbit, but I want to read back to Jeanette's comment.
Okay, what did she say?
Fun fact, my parents used to see all the black players on the Giants and 49ers at the clubs on Fillmore and in North Beach during the 50s. My parents worked on the Chitlin circuit. It was literally called Chitlin circuit?
Yes.
Wow, okay.
Yes.
That's cool.
Yes.
I didn't know that. Chitlin circuit.
Yeah, just like fat doesn't make you fat. Yeah, well,
Fat doesn't make you fat.
no, what makes you fat is inactivity, and eating too many carbs and too many sugary foods, and not doing enough exercise and not walking and even if you just walk 5 minutes a day, that's pretty good. You should do 20, but 5 is still something. You shouldn't be sedentary.
Do something, especially like after you eat meals.
Yeah. Okay. All right, I'm done. I ain't got nothing else to talk about. I'm kidding.
You always have plenty to talk about. So maybe Stanley should take the iodine and not off himself?
Wow.
Betty Veronica's like, is there a more uplifting topic? Well, we could go back to sports.
Well, wait.
No, I'm just
new
kidding.
uplifting topic. So, if you haven't noticed, I posted a new caught misbehaving the other day.
Oh, yeah.
And
Stop sign runners.
the guy I'm riding with name is Will Smith. Funny dude. Funny funny dude. I couldn't even post half the jokes he said because they were too funny. Some of them were funny, and we're trying, we're here trying to do something. And it's funny to me because he sits in the car and he bumps when we're waiting for something to happen. He's bumping like the tunes. Mm-hmm. And so I sent you a video of we was in the car just kicking it. Remember?
Oh, I remember.
Yeah. So he'd be bumping the tunes, and we'd be like, and then we wait, and then all of a sudden, oh, there we go. And so typically I have the GoPro running just in case something happens, because I can't catch it all. But, and I think the irony of the video was that we pulled that one lady over who ran the stop sign at a high rate of speed.
Mm-hmm.
And she had two kids in the back seat of the car, which we didn't know. And then she tried to make it sound like I was in her face and wouldn't get out of her face. And literally, I was in her face for 5 seconds. And if you look at the video, she thought I was the police when she first looked. She was pointing to tell me how she was running out of gas. And then she looked over and she saw the camera and her eyes get big. She said, "What's the camera for?" And then she went off on the camera. And then, as I was about to back up, that wasn't quick enough. She reached her hand out to move the camera, and then she yelled. People who don't like the police, first thing she did was yell for the police.
This is very uplifting, by the way.
This is very uplifting. So, and then there's another guy we talked to, which I didn't air yet. I'm going to probably make another piece. He ran a red light. And you know how you make that turn on red? It's my pet peeve. Mm-hmm. People who turn on red without stopping. Mm-hmm. So he made the turn, and then after he made the turn, he cut off a truck that was making a U-turn. So that was a violation because he didn't yield.
The truck had the green left, right?
Yeah. So it would have been, I think the piece would have been a lot better, but my camera and most equipment doesn't work very well in the wind. It was very windy that day. So when the wind is blowing, it plays havoc on the shotgun mic. And so I tried to get a bigger one. It looks like a cattail, mm-hmm. But the problem with that is so big that it actually shows up in the screen.
Oh.
So I'm trying to find a better way to cut back on high winds. When I'm saying winds, we get in winds over this area about 20 miles an hour. So the windsock I have or the windscreen isn't enough, and it just peaks the microphone. And it sounds like it's staticky, but it's not. It's just a lot of wind. And you're right. And many people on right turns on red must yield to U-turn. Well, here's the funny part, though. Right turn on red, you have to stop first, make sure it's clear, and then make the turn. He didn't even stop. It was one continuous motion. And then when they asked him what happened, he said, well, he slowed down, so I assume he was telling me to go. And then he dropped the mayor's name. Oh, I know. I'm like,
did you get a ticket?
Yeah, you got a ticket.
Okay.
Yeah, if you're going to start dropping names, you're probably going to get a ticket.
Wait, I want to go back to this comment real quick. William says 5 or 20 is nothing. You need at least 60 minutes of activity. Well, that's nice, and 60 minutes is great. But a lot of people, in their mindset, 60 minutes can be overwhelming and too long. So when we say 5 or 20 minutes, that means that for some people, that's really doable. 60 minutes might not be doable for some people. So they got to start off really small. And if all they can do is a 5-minute walk, that's better than nothing.
And I tell you something else.
Better than nothing.
Here's a little trick that she hates. I'm going to tell you about it. You probably don't know exists.
What?
But if you have an iPhone and you know how you do the little workout session, if you put it on meditate and go take a nap, you do a complete workout.
She's such a cheater. We did this. We both have the Apple Watch, and we were competing for like who would burn more calories. And this fool put on his mind and body part. I said mind and body part.
Okay, but tell him where I learned it from.
Mind and body, and then fell asleep.
Tell him where I learned it from, though.
But I was actually meditating.
Where did I learn it from?
Me. But I was actually meditating, though.
I was meditating, too. My eyes closed.
No, you fell asleep.
Yeah, it was a long meditation. I was trying to make sure that I was focused.
Anyways.
I was zen.
Anyways, okay. I'm just like trying to catch up on the chat. There were a few that I...
Oh, by the way, if you have HSA, some HSAs cover iPhones, iWatches.
Well, I know San Francisco, the SFMRA.
I said some cover iWatches.
I'm saying it for the San Francisco peeps.
I'm saying some, so it may be other cities as well. What? You gonna bite me? No.
I really wanted to press your nose.
Yeah. Okay.
Chris says sleeping is meditation.
Exactly. I was meditating. I was trying to get the zen.
Health savings account. Yeah, that's right, Betty. Health
Yes.
savings account.
So the HSA, health savings account, it may cover for your new Apple Watch, and you can use it to monitor your workout, your heartbeat, everything.
So William says he doesn't recall seeing a guy bring up the mayor in your video posted last night.
No, that's because I didn't show that video yet.
Yeah.
That video was a red car, and we were doing stop signs only. This one was a red light runner. And I have more video of other people. The problem is I'm trying to work around the wind because the wind was just eating me alive. And
I got a visual.
yeah, exactly. So it's really wind doesn't work well in the public on some cameras. It just hits the mic and sends it the compressor crazy. And I try to set it on I try manual and I try automatic, but the wind is just the wind. And through the Daly City area called Cow Palace, that wind just comes whipping through there, and nothing you can do about it. Because once the wind picks up out here, what comes right behind it?
Trees.
Fall. Really? Trees?
I'm joking.
What kind of wind? Yeah, the kind of wind that comes off the ocean at a high rate of speed. Nuck, nuck, nuck.
Betty Veronica says, quit breaking it, Stanley.
Quit breaking wind?
Yeah, basically.
Lord.
Oh, yeah, you're really getting the comments before me because I just saw the one you were reading.
Well, I'm getting, because I'm the source. Add text to the parts where the wind. Yeah, that's a good idea. I just hate typing. Because Diane will tell you, when I type like on Twitter, I'll type out a whole sentence and I'll read it 100 times and I'll read it just as it is. And then she's like, well, where's the words? You missed some words. Somehow or another I miss words and they appear in my head, but they don't appear on text. And I remember one day I had a guy, Brent Amager. No, not Amager. His name is Brent something with a B. I can't pronounce that thing. Anyway, I sent him an email one day, and he responded back. He says, what the heck did you send me? And he sent it back to me, and I don't know what that was. It was like I was talking a foreign language.
You were like talking gibberish.
I literally typed out gibberish but it was, in my mind, I typed out a whole complete sentence.
Chris says, do you helicopter type? What's that? What's helicopter type?
I think we go like this. I think.
Is it?
No,
Is that what that
actually,
means?
I went to high school and I learned how to do this with the QRZ. But the problem is, it's not. Was it Qbert or whatever? I remember the time
What
you
are you
posted YouTube
saying?
on Twitter, except you just wrote Productions instead of Mr. Mac Productions. So anyway,
I used Mavis Beacon to learn to type.
well, no, I learned in high school. I learned shorthand.
Mm-hmm.
I learned how to type, and I never thought.
You learned shorthand in high school?
Yep, we taught shorthand. I went, and you know what in my class I took too?
What?
Child care.
Oh, I know. That's how you
And
learn.
guess what else I learned?
What?
Auto body repair.
Oh. Auto body repair.
I can fix cars.
Really? How
If
come
you
you
get a
never
dent-
fix ours then?
Because you don't crash it. That one time.
Oh, that's what you're talking about. Oh,
yeah,
okay.
car crashes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So if you fix, I can put the putty, pop out the dent.
I'm glad
fix
you
it.
didn't say that one time. I'm glad you didn't finish that sentence.
Yeah, QWERTY, thank you.
QWERTY. I know, he said QRZ.
What's that laugh?
Wait, we both have like really weird laughs. My laugh, the one that I have is like a strain, and the one you laugh is like a hoo hoo.
No, yours is more like.
No, mine is like.
No, what's
and
that?
yours is.
You watch Star Wars?
Star Wars?
Yeah.
What?
You watch Star Wars? Ever watch Star Wars?
No.
Yeah, they got a guy on there on Star Wars that had to laugh just like you.
Who's the guy?
That's okay. We'll figure it out later.
Oh, really? Yeah, but remember yours though?
You got a walkie laugh.
Remember
You got a Wookiee laugh.
You remember yours? Yours is a you remember that one?
What's up, Greg? Hello, my favorite people.
Oh, Papa Daddy said organ trail.
You know, you could have just looked down at the first 6 letters in your laptop keyboard, right? Yeah, I could have, but that's too much like right.
Wait, I'm laughing off of
I think,
Papa Daddy's comment because Anon goes and Oregon Trail in middle school, and Papa Daddy wrote Oregon Trail, and Anon wrote, I think Oregon Trail is a different game. Oregon. Did you ever play Oregon Trail?
have you ever played the organ?
No, not the Oregon.
No.
Oregon.
I know, but he said organ. You ever play?
No. I don't want to talk about pianos. I don't want to talk about organs. I don't want to talk about tulips. I don't want to talk.
No, I was gonna say what's better than a dozen roses on the piano. Tulips on the organ. Okay, now I'm lost. Did someone interchange Oregon with Oregon? Yeah, we think so. I don't think there was an Oregon Trail. But,
Like Anon said, I think that's a different game.
oh yeah, you used to play the organ? No, you didn't play the organ. You played the flute, right?
I did play the organ and the
You
flute.
did play the organ?
I did.
The ones with the big horns and like Doctor the Count Dracula used to play.
No, it didn't have a big horn, Beeb.
Rim shot.
Oh my gosh.
So we're waiting for
Sometimes William.
What happened?
He said sometimes I play with my organ, but never on a trail.
Okay, we're going.
Okay, you
we're
guys.
going. We're going down south now.
I can't.
Let's move it back up a little couple bars. Woo!
Okay.
Are you okay?
No, I'm.
Are you okay? Are you all right? You guys got her twisted now.
Oregon Trail is Oregon Trail, but with zombies. I'm not sure.
Oh,
you
Lord.
guys are killing me. Whew, okay.
All right. So for all the people who are watching, who say you love all we do, but you don't participate, want you to participate, remember to go on to and like it, thumbs up, whatever, blah, blah, blah.
Papa Daddy said y'all heard it in your head.
I guess.
Oh gosh. Wait, Gabriel says I would
Diane
like
needs
to
a
hear,
water break.
I would like to hear Diane play a Bach. Okay, Bach fugue is okay. I'm not gonna pronounce that right. Fugue on the organ. Then you can really hear all of the suspicions because the sounds don't die away. I haven't played the organ in so long.
I know. I've been telling you to play it more. I'm talking about what?
Oh, my straw.
Why'd you pause for?
Because
Oh, you need a water. Okay, I got you. You need suspicious. You read suspicions instead of suspensions.
suspensions.
Oh.
Oh, I have no idea what's happening here.
Sorry, did you to hear about the angel that gave up her harp for an upright organ?
Oh gosh.
Wow.
This is so bad.
Okay,
Can
we
move
have to
on
change
and stop
the-
talking about organs.
Okay, what's your tip for the day for food for good eating?
I wanted to talk about I made some gut gummies. So I made some gut gummies last night. And Stanley tried some of them.
Yeah, I would
He wanted
change
to eat like the whole thing.
I would change it, the B to the G to B though.
Okay, anyway, so I made gut gummies for the first time last night. And it's basically, you can make them a variety of ways, but the main ingredient is gelatin.
So she basically made Jello, but naturally.
Okay, anyways, so the gut gummies they're like gut healing gummies. So the point of it, I used orange juice and I used gelatin. And gelatin is really important, because, it helps with our digestive system, and it also helps.
Thank you, William, for the $10 super chat.
Thank you, William.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for the hours of entertaining and interesting info. Thanks, William.
And wait, so, you can say it a second. But also, some people have been leaving stars on Facebook, and it doesn't show up here. So if you left stars, thank you for the stars. Post that you left some stars, so we know that we saw it.
So Stars is on Twitter?
Well, no, they're on
Facebook.
Yeah, Facebook.
Okay. So anyways, gut gummies. Is this like the sugarless gummy bear challenge? No, so gut gummies, the point of the gut gummies is it's a way to help your gut. So it's a way to help it be stronger. It's a way to help it heal. So, a lot of people suffer from like leaky gut. And for these gut gummies, gelatin is really like the great ingredient here because it's going to help with your digestive system. It helps seal the gut lining, your intestinal lining that can become compromised when you eat certain foods, a lot of processed foods or foods that your body just doesn't agree with because you're sensitive to it. So all of those things can actually make your gut weaken your gut.
You said leaky though, so I never understood the leaky part.
So leaky gut. Remember I told you What did I tell you when I left the house?
I know leaky gut is when you.
So leaky gut is when the intestinal lining is what?
You asked me to tell you, and then you go.
Oh, you looked it up. Oh, okay, go. I told you to look it up when I was leaving. Remember?
No, but go ahead now. No, that's no. It's
go
fine.
ahead. What did you read?
No, it's just that leaky gut is when it's not absorbing all your nutrients that you should get. So leaky gut is that you're passing the nutrients off, and it just passes away, and you don't really absorb it. So fixing leaky gut, you absorb more nutrients.
Right. So the gut is pretty much compromised. The lining, so your intestinal lining is
allergies.
It's weakened. Yeah, you can get allergies that way. Allergies, because a lot of people don't realize, but your allergies can come from a weakened immune system. Because like 70% of your immune system is in your gut. So when you have a good gut, when your gut is healed, when your gut is not compromised, you have a better way. You can absorb your nutrients better. You don't get sick as often because your immune system is stronger. So anyways, these gut gummies I made were basically to help with the digestive system. And the ingredients I used were orange juice and gelatin. And gelatin is what's really going to help here. So I made them for the first time, and I had them this morning, or I had one this morning, and he was like, "Can I eat a bunch?" And I was like, "Well, just try it first." And he was like, "It should have been sweeter." And I'm like, "It's orange juice. There's already sugar in it. Why do I need to add sugar?"
Anyway, so I had one today. I had two.
Did you like it?
I liked it, but it's just
2 ingredients.
Yeah.
And the orange juice is good because it's high in vitamin C.
So can you make some with grape juice?
Yeah, you can make them with any kind of juice, but I chose orange juice.
Apple juice?
You can. Make sure it's not from concentrate,
tomato
though.
Juice?
It's like 100% juice, and I like to do organic.
Tomato juice?
I don't know about tomato juice.
All right, fair enough.
Anyways,
right. Oh, wait, I missed the question here.
Yeah, probiotics, yes.
So Anon wrote, I am back, and I was right. Oregon Trail is a parody or Oregon Trail where you have to travel and survive a zombie apocalypse. Your mode of transportation is a station wagon. So it's a game called Oregon Trail.
Oh, so it's an actual game. Gosh, I thought what's the Papa Daddy was just making fun. William says, and too much caffeine? What has too much caffeine?
No, if you drink too much caffeine, it's bad for you.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's hard because people say that caffeine's bad, but it has to be one of those things of like, what's the source of the like caffeine is a stimulant, right? But like if you're drinking like loads and loads and loads of coffee to get through the day, that could compromise your gut. Because I mean, it's like too much of anything is not so great, right? I always say everything in moderation. Like too much gut gummies is not going to be good for you either.
Okay, now the sun's gone down. Can we turn the light down, son?
Sure. Are we too bright now?
No, you're too bright.
Oh, I'm too bright?
Yeah, your future's too bright.
My future's bright. I'll take that.
We have to go back and forth. We got to find a better way.
I wonder if that's the game J.K. Grammar plays. I have no idea about that.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, I figured Papa Daddy, he said, nah, just spelled it wrong. I figured you just spelled it wrong, which is what actually made it so funny.
I like cranberry juice. Cranberry juice is good for you.
Cranberry juice is good.
If you don't drink it, if you drink it, and see, the problem with juices is that a lot of them are from concentrate.
And they have a lot of,
And it's just a lot of water with a little bit of juice flavor.
Yeah.
So I personally try to buy juices that are 100% pure with no additives.
Like the only ingredient
is orange juice.
Basically. So when I always say, I think one of my
Hello, Lord Frieza.
I think my tip last week was like look at the quality of like what you buy. So same thing with juice. When you look at the juice, not from concentrate, like 100% juice, and be also mindful of the amount of sugar because we know that juice is high in sugar, right? It's natural sugar, but it's still a high amount of sugar. So like when I rarely drink juice. If I do, I actually add like coconut water, and I'll add a little like pinch of sea salt. So I don't usually have like a full glass of like juice. The serving size is 8 ounces. I'll normally have half of that, or maybe like even 2 ounces.
Lord Frieza said hi, by the way.
And hi, and then I'll add some more water and stuff. So
one of the things that people don't realize, and I try to avoid as much as possible, although it's almost impossible because everything it has is um, high fructose corn syrup. So,
Everything.
and if you buy some orange juices, what was that something we brought
Sunny
one day?
D.
Sunny
Oh,
D.
we did not buy Sunny D.
No, we didn't Sunny D, but we looked up Sunny D. It had high fructose corn syrup, but it also had canola oil.
I know, and here's the thing: as I grew up drinking Sunny D, I was telling Stanley that when I was
Could just beat the Suns, by the way.
oh, okay. Dang, sorry, Katie. So like when I was growing up, I used to have Sunny D with pretzels and used to play video games, and that would be like my snack.
You used to dip the Sunny D in the pretzels?
No, I eat the pretzels and then drink the Sunny D, and that would be my drink. But so the Sunny D, he looked up the ingredients because he wanted to see what was in it. He was like, "That's not orange juice," and it wasn't. It was like high fructose corn syrup
And 2% of something else, of everything else.
Yeah, it was
less than 2%.
It was like, why did I grow up drinking that? But I didn't know. I didn't know any better. So, yes, I always check for high fructose corn syrup too. One of the things that has high fructose corn syrup, when you go to restaurants and you look at the table,
ketchup.
Reach for the ketchup, always has high fructose corn syrup. It's really rare to find the ketchup at restaurants without high fructose corn syrup, unless you go to a restaurant I think that like is mindful of the actual ingredients it uses. But
to be fair, sometimes they switch high fructose corn syrup and it says sucrose or dextrose.
Yeah, and dextrose and sucrose are just like those are just other
versions
names
of high fructose corn syrup.
Refined sugar.
Yeah.
Those are just another name for refined sugar. There's a long list of names for refined sugar. So it's hard. Like I truly get when people get frustrated over looking at ingredients and being like, I don't know whether or not this is good for me. So my tip for you would just be to, when you look for ingredients, if you can understand it, buy it. Like the closer you are to a whole food, the more natural it is. You know, there's no ingredient for apples because it's just an apple, so it doesn't even have a nutrition label. A banana has no nutrition label.
But you know what I found out though? Some apples are genetically modified to add sweeteners to them, like
an actual apple.
Yeah, so they're GMOs,
but they're not organic.
And then they add sugar to them to make them sweeter.
Which apples?
I think one of them was Sugar Crisp or something like that.
I've never even tried that one.
There's a couple of them that are actually, they recommend the only one you should really eat are crab apples because they don't have any sugar added to them. Mm-hmm. But a lot of apples have added sugar because they do it genetically modified apples. So
well, I'm gonna have to look that up because I don't. So what about the apples that we buy? Those better not be GMO.
I don't think they are. I really don't.
Where did you see that?
I saw it online. I got to do some more research.
I'm going to do some more research. Well, one thing too with what is often genetically modified here in the United States is corn. Unless you buy organic corn.
Hello, Hellphase, and do you still do peeping, behaving badly? No, we haven't never done peeping, behaving badly ever. That would be peepers, wouldn't it?
Or misbehaving for news.
Or so I just did a piece. If you look here, you'll see, go to MrBadley.com and go to my YouTube channel where you'll see new videos posted. I still do call misbehaving segments, but I do them at my leisure. It's not every day like I used to, because I want to go back and I shot it on Wednesday and then I had it put out on Friday. It gives me a chance to look at the video, come up with a great storyline, and they're a little bit longer. They're almost like 5 minutes long instead of 1 minute and 47 seconds. Because everybody begged for me to have longer videos. So now I have longer videos, and you just got to come and see them. So Will Smith should have done it. We actually did a slap joke in the very beginning. If you watch the piece, we did a slap joke. But we're not going to slap anybody. He might slap with tickets, but he's not going to physically slap somebody. But yeah, it's funny because Will Smith, nice guy, and I said to him in the beginning, I called him Johnny Law, and that was all. That was not scripted. It just came out, and it worked. And I was like, I love it. I'm going to use it, and it became the beginning of the story. So it made it, in my opinion, interesting. He actually said after I sent him a copy of the story before it aired, and he said we should do more of these so we can have our own TV show. Some apples like Sugar Crisp have a higher sugar carb content because they were selectively bred by that way. No GMO and sugar crisps. Okay. So thank you, William.
Yeah, I always say though, if you're going to have, because we know that fruits are also have also natural sugar. Whenever you eat a piece of fruit, I always just try to match it with a protein and healthy fat. That way, there's a balance of all those macronutrients, and you're getting a balance. You're not going to have like a sugar rush, or your blood sugar is not going to go up because you're pairing it with a protein and healthy fat.
Now I have a question for you. So in the morning, I have a cup of coffee, right? And it's a big cup. It's not 4 ounces. So am I technically drinking 2 servings of coffee in the morning?
Is it 8 ounces? How many ounces?
Those big coffee mugs I use.
No. You mean the pods?
Yeah.
The pods are 7.77 ounces.
So is that one serving?
That's one serving, yeah.
Okay, I'm just checking.
What do you...
Okay, what about this Will Smith guy? So Will Smith was the officer I rode with. And that's his name. So of course I'm going to play off his name because that's his name, Will Smith. And so we were in the car, and I usually try to do the interviews when we're done so we can talk about what we went over. And out of my mouth, I said, so your name is Johnny Law? And he says, no, it's Will Smith. And then you should go to my YouTube channel and watch the rest of it. It's pretty funny. At least I kept laughing. And but I find those things that make me laugh doesn't actually have the traction I want sometimes. I post these videos to get traction so people can enjoy it and share it. But every now and then, I post it, and like the one we did, you and I did one where we were, I love you bit, did I tell you I love you? And we assumed it was funny, that it would be like, oh, this is going to get some major traction. Nobody cared.
No, people like that one.
No, when I say nobody, I mean, it wasn't like where it should have went.
Oh.
I thought the number should have been much higher. That's what I'm saying. Diane needs her own health and diet-related live stream and or YouTube channel because this live stream is getting pulled in 2 directions. Well, you know what, though? I want her to at some point move in that direction, but she has to become comfortable in her own skin to do that.
Well, and also because this one just randomly decides to be like, so what's your nutrition tip for the day? And I'm like, I thought we were talking about something else. So then I just get put on the spot, and I'm like, so we can have like a Diane's nutrition corner and do it at the end and not bring it up until then. That
what makes our podcast so spectacular. We just go all over the place, all over the time.
We can just go all over the place, all the time. I love it.
Apple slices dipped in caramel. You know, my favorite is his guilty pleasure. Do you know what my guilty pleasure is that involves apples? Anybody? You know the answer.
Oh yeah, I do. I do know the answer.
Jeanette likes pear slices and peanut butter, but I like the apples and anybody. One stream with Stanley taking the lead, and the other stream with Diane taking the lead. Yeah, exactly. We should do 2 streams at the same time.
What is Lord Frieza saying? I think that one was kind of mean, to be honest. What was mean? I'm confused because I have to go down some. I think we're delayed. Yeah. No, I don't have to go down some. That was like the 4th one from here.
Oh, well, ask him again what he's talking about. The mean one.
Yeah, I don't know what that means.
Maybe talking about what we were talking about earlier because we're 8 seconds is a long time.
Yeah.
Okay, anybody? Okay, so nobody got it.
Bueller.
So I like apples and cheese. What was kind of mean, Lord Frieza? What was kind of mean? Because we were missing that part.
He says the one with Diane was kind of mean.
The one with Diane?
Oh, the I love you.
Oh, that wasn't mean.
That I love you. Okay, so here's the funny story about this. So one day he comes into the room, because this really, like, a lot of our bits that we do, they actually happen in real life and we just reenact them. So he comes in the room one day and he's like, did I tell you I love you today? And I was like, no. He goes, all right, just checking. And I kid you not, I was like, wait, what? And I started laughing. I was hysterical because I didn't even think that was going to be what he was going to say. His responses are like usually predictable, but sometimes out of the blue he throws me off. And so I'm like, oh my gosh, that was a good one. That was actually really funny. So I did it to him too. And we just thought it was funny. And then I was like, okay, let's do this as a reel. So I actually don't take any offense to it because Come on, I know this guy.
This
guy loves me so much.
To explain what we do and how we do it is that we rib each other on a regular basis.
We do, and it's funny. It's funny. Oh yeah, did I tell you you're sleeping on the couch?
Yeah, and
I actually said that to him too.
Yeah, and we rib each other heavily and consistently.
We do, guys. We do.
And then she'll start laughing, or I'll start laughing because it was good. There's no meanness. It's the way we deal with it. We have a very similar comedic personality when it comes to being funny.
Yeah.
Even they're like for instance, if I try to watch a movie that I've never seen before, I've never seen a movie, and I say, Diane, come watch this movie with me. And now I've never seen the movie, but she wants me to tell her how the movie was.
I'm like, wait, what's coming next, guys?
I'm like, I've never seen the movie. How am I supposed to know? So
I gotta like hide.
So and then when she want to watch a movie and she gets scared and something happens, she goes like this. I'm like, who puts their finger in their ear not to see a bad scene?
We all have our things. Would it have been even funnier if that you also said, okay, just checking?
Yeah, that should have been funny. I thought about that too.
When I said,
you want to sleep on the couch and you said, just checking.
Oh yeah, that would have been funny.
Yeah.
But you didn't respond. That's why I don't think I said just checking.
Because the door was closed.
That's true. Yeah, Gabriel, that would have been funnier, but oh well.
But also, when I try to do a script and I say I'm going to shoot this.
Oh gosh, here we go.
What am I going to say?
You're going to tell me about how I'm like, no, you should do it like this.
She becomes the second director and tell me how to shoot the shots that I already had in my hot mind made up.
Hot mind made up?
Yeah, in my mind I had made up already. You're like, no. That's not going to work. I'm like, it is going to work. I've only been doing film and video for 30 years? How much film have you shot?
You done yet?
How much film have you shot?
You done yet?
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so to answer your question, or not to answer your question, but to go back to your comment, Lord Frieza, it's okay. It wasn't mean to me. I actually thought it was funny.
No, yes, she was a news producer.
I was a news producer.
But a news producer doesn't shoot video.
A news producer doesn't shoot video, but a news producer thinks about how video looks. We do. We think about how video looks. We also think about how to edit it because I had to edit as a news producer. So yes, I do think about editing sometimes.
No, I'm saying, have you ever looked through a piece of a phone, a camera, and set up a shot?
Yes.
When?
With you.
Okay, but I was teaching you.
You were.
Okay, but I'm
saying, it's still with you.
Have you ever done it on your own?
With you.
No, I was teaching you.
Yeah, with you. Your bed is made with shot sheets. Oh my god, that joke's so bad.
Wow.
Shot sheets. Yeah. I actually haven't heard that term in a while. Shot sheets. Remember when I used to write the shot sheets for Gary?
Yeah. Remember the first time you got scripts?
Okay, let's not go there.
All right, we'll go
Let's not go there. Who's on first?
Second base.
Oh man. A producer carries the cup of coffee around the office like the boss from the film.
Executive producer. Executive producer does that.
The cup of coffee around the office like the boss from the film Office Space?
Yeah, they walk around and drink coffee and see how you're doing.
Oh, yeah.
That's the executive producer.
That is the executive producer.
And the news director sits in his office and complains to the executive producer, who then comes back and complains to the producer.
And the news director stays in his office, but then when he comes out, he talks to the executive producer to tell the producer to do something when the news director is actually standing closer to the producer than he is to the executive producer.
Facts.
I'm like, yo, why don't you just come talk?
Facts. I literally see them do that. That is crazy. Keep up the good work. Been watching since 2013. Well, thank you, Hall. I appreciate it. Remember, follow me, subscribe. I need to get back to 90,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel. I know I'm not putting out enough content, but I'm putting out content, but not every day like I used to. Part of the problem is in many places it's been unsafe to go out there. I mean, there used to be a time when, and it's story time.
Story time.
And finish the song?
No.
Oh. You started singing. I figured you were going to sing the whole song.
I was like, I don't.
Surprise day. You must get scared. Surprise. Anyway.
Okay.
So there used to be a time when I first started doing my segments in San Francisco. I could walk through the Bayview. I've done that. Walked in the Bayview with just a camera, me. That's it. Nobody else, nothing, no bodyguards or nothing. I walked through Oakland, East Oakland, West Oakland by myself, shooting video, no problems. Walking down International Boulevard, all that, no, not an issue in the world. And then it's progressively got more and more dangerous. But now it's to the point where they're robbing crews at gunpoint to steal their cameras. And there's literally, and people tell you that's not true, but there are literally groups of guys riding around in cars looking to rob news crews and camera crews and wedding camera people. And in some cases, they follow them home for 45 to 50 miles just to rob their equipment from them.
Oh, gosh.
Can you imagine being followed for 45 to 50 miles just so they can rob you when you get to your house? And in some cases, they rob you, steal all your gear, take your remote to your garage, or take your keys. And then, when I was a kid, I was robbed. We were burglarized as a kid. Mm-hmm. And there's nothing more discerning than to have someone enter your house and steal what you worked hard for. And I was a kid, so I didn't work hard for anything. But imagine you being in your house and this is your safe space. Someone enters your safe space and steals everything you have. That is the worst violation of your personal space that you could ever think of. Did you see the tweet from your colleague Eris Hammer today? She said that some guy tried to attack her today. And yes, it's not unusual that I did not see that, but it's not unusual that, crews are being attacked. And, there are crews out there are people out there with their cell phones, and they're pretty low key, but I was raised a professional photographer. I use professional gear, and it's the gear, they steal it and they go about their business. And sometimes they've shot people, they've robbed photogs at gunpoint. Kevin Nishida was shot and killed as they tried to rob the crew that he was working with. And it's just literally dangerous for the crews. But here's what happens though. When this happens, the people who are affected the most are people in low income neighborhoods. The reason why I say that is because the crews won't go out there anymore because they think that that's the area where they're going to get the most chance of being robbed. There used to be a time when people used to say, "Oh, he got robbed in the night in a safe area." I'm like, okay, first of all, don't assume any place is safe. The minute you assume something's safe that's when you let your guard down, then you end up getting caught slipping, as they call it. I know cops who have retired from dangerous agencies they worked for where it was really bad, moved to like some small podunk town where they thought it was safe, and end up getting killed because they let their guard down. It's safe. Excuse me. So you can be attacked anywhere, at any time, by anybody. Just because you think it's safe doesn't mean you are. Mm-hmm. Always have your head on swivel. Always be aware of what's going on around you. Don't assume that because nothing ever happens that nothing will, because that's when something will happen. Don't leave stuff visible in your cars. I know there are people that tell you that I leave stuff in my car all the time where I live at. No one ever bothers it. That's fine. You can live on the edge if you want to. That's all up to you. You can do whatever you want. But just know that at some point, your luck's going to run out. And also, remember the Faraday cages we bought?
Yeah.
So they're also good. If you have a home and you park in a driveway, those Faraday cages are really good to put your remotes in, because people have actually walked up to people's houses with receivers to learn your fob code and start your car and drive it away. And we've been seeing robberies in Cincinnati, Boston, Philadelphia, San Francisco, Oakland, San Jose, Ohio. It happens everywhere. It just does. So I'm not telling you to be scared, but just be aware. Yes, Cincinnati. There was a guy. Wasn't that the one we just saw the other day?
That was Connecticut.
Connecticut, okay. So Cincinnati, yes, but there was one in Connecticut where 4 guys tried to carjack the guy in front of his house. Mm-hmm. So
was it 4 or 3?
It was 4.
Okay.
It was 4 because one was driving, and the 3 got out the car.
Okay.
Yeah, it happens in Albuquerque. It happens all over the place. So be aware of your surroundings. Um, and if you think you're being followed, don't drive home. Some people go home being followed and they drive straight home. Don't drive.
No, I always look too. Like you gotta always pay attention up to your surroundings.
And most robberies are crimes of opportunity. If they think they can get you slipping, they'll follow you until you right up. And now they do it at a red light. So if you have a car and they see you put all your gear in the car and it's a window in the back, they literally will pull up behind you. There's one where they boxed a guy in and robbed him in L.A. Another case where they just ran out to the car, broke the window, pulled the backpack out, and took off. And the backpack had camera equipment. So they knew what they were looking for. So people are watching. Be aware before you get in your car who's around there, who's parked around there. If you pull out, does the car pull out right after you do? It may just be somebody leaving the same time you do, but be aware. Make sure it's the same light structure. Don't go, but do not go home. Go to the police station. Call 911 and say, I think I'm being followed.
Or just, go somewhere that's not near your home, and then see how long it takes. Like, because maybe they're actually just going to the same area as you. And
Well, I do U-turns. If I make a U-turn and you make a U-turn, okay, it was a coincidence. But if I make another U-turn and you still U-turn it, I'm starting to think there's something going on. I'm just saying. I was just doing that.
I was just laughing at your face.
I know. I'm just saying.
Laughing at your face, your facial expression.
And why you think crime is very high? I think this is just my personal opinion. Crime is never really. Crime is what it is. In the 20s, we had the streets were littered with bodies from the mobsters killing everybody, killing each other. And back then, you probably thought crime was high. And now you have people getting robbed and mugged and what have you. And I think part of it plays out is because everything's on camera now. And everything is disseminated through social media. So is it more dangerous than it was before? It all depends. But the problem that we're having in some cities is that people don't report the crimes, so we don't know they're happening.
Yeah, you did. I think you talked about that last
Yeah.
week too. It's like there's no record of it if there's no report.
Yeah. If there's no record, there's no report. And if there's no report, then there's no stats to say there's something going on. So you can easily manipulate and say it's safe here because there's no reports of any crime. Does that mean there's no crime? No, it doesn't. Does not mean that. So, hey, Mr. Badley crew. Hey, I logged in late tonight. Carjacking is nuts lately. It has been. Welcome, David F. Baum. Love that name, by the way. Oh, I'm glad you showed up because we were waiting to make an announcement when you got here. You want to tell them?
No, you can tell them.
No, I think you should.
No, you should.
So we want to thank you for the help you've given us. And what we've done with that is that we've invested in some new equipment. We've got, we hope it'll be here in a few more days. New microphones, a new, that are very crisp and clean and no caffeine. So will be better audio. We also have a mixing board.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed, and headphones. So that we can, we've done all this and we thank you for that. That was a big help. That lessened the pain of purchasing it by what you did. So we appreciate that. Hello,
Yes,
Teresa.
Thank you very much.
So what we did is we invested in. We reached out to an online company that focuses primarily on.
I'm Waving Heights, Teresa.
I know that focuses mainly on podcast equipment. So we expect to have, yes, crisp and clear, no caffeine, like Crystal Pepsi. So the mics are really cool.
Oh yeah, they look good.
The mics are. We'll actually have our own separate mic if we wanted to.
Yeah.
And we'll have our own separate headphones. So when someone comes on and says they want to talk, we can actually hear them.
Yeah, we can actually it won't be. Remember when we tried to do that last time? I think we did it with producer Jace, and we couldn't hear him mainly because if we turned him up, there would be an echo, right?
So for everybody who's made a super chat donation or a star donation, your equipment is being used. Your donations are being used to upgrade our equipment, and so we ordered it, and now it's en route. And we hope to have it set up and ready to go next time we do a podcast. I always say next time because the way things have been going lately, we never know what's going to happen week after week after week because everything has been very fluid. But we try to do it, and we make sure that we do it in time. And because some people come on late, we try to keep it so that everybody can join in. But we do welcome you, David, and we thank you. And you'll see pretty soon the changes we've made. I think it's going to be good. We did a test of it at someone else who had the same kind of equipment.
Yeah.
And it was like awesome.
Yeah, the sun did go down, Lord Frieza. Like,
yes.
It's funny that when we do our podcast, it's like super bright, and so you guys can actually see the change.
You watch
in
it.
the room.
You should do like a time lapse.
I know you should do a time lapse.
No, not me.
Oh. Okay.
All right. So
don't forget, if you're on YouTube, give us a thumbs up. We appreciate your support.
We always love support. Oh, and by the way, so I don't know if I have access to your old People Being Badly segments. I would love to see you open each broadcast with you breaking down a segment, especially the illegal handicap parking. So here's the problem, David, with me doing that. I would love to do that, but the only problem is that when I left Kron, one of the things they did to spite me was to trademark the name and the videos, so that I cannot use them. So they've done everything they can to make sure I can't use my own content in any way, shape, or form. And no, she did not start a podcast yet, but she's working on it. Thank you, David F. Baum. We appreciate the $50.
Thank you, David.
Thank you. So I can't publish those. However, you can go to their YouTube channel and watch them. I just can't, use them because then they'll just come. They won't come after anybody else, but they'll come after me. And that's the way it is right now. And what I found though is sometimes when I post videos in the beginning, that we lose the audience because they say if I want to see the video, I'll just go somewhere else and watch it. They don't want to see it on the podcast. They want to hear us talk. But I do like the idea of breaking them down because what you guys don't know is that, and I can tell you this last one, I can break it down for you. As a matter of fact, if you guys want to see it, I can even show it to you right now. And we can break it down a little bit. But I don't know if I can break it down. So we can try. Hold on one second. I think I have it on my hard drive. Add a source and local video for my video. So this is the one we just did, and it's in my desktop. And you probably can't hear me once I do it, but you can. So I'm going to it. Hold on. Oh, nope, that's not it. Hold on.
Would you have it labeled?
You know what? I don't even know anymore because I label everything.
You should create folders for
I do have folders.
different months.
Hold on. Almost there. Almost there. Almost there. Thank you for sending 600 stars, Teresa.
Oh, I can't see that.
No, she typed it out.
Oh, nice. Okay. Oh, I forgot. I'm delayed.
And
Thank you,
knows
Teresa.
600 stars. Each star is 1 cent. So when you send 600 stars, you send so everybody knows what stars are. So people don't think that she spent like, oh my gosh, she said $600. That'd be great, but it's 6 stars every penny.
Thank you.
And I always believe that every penny counts.
Yes.
So I'm trying to.
That's
April,
awesome.
here it is. So this is. I'm going to show this to you.
Oh, that's how you do it?
Yeah, so see, it shows there.
Yeah.
I go like that.
Your name is Johnny Law, right?
No, it's Will Smith.
Wait,
So-
Will Smith.
You want to start it over?
Now, this is good.
Slapper?
Not that one.
Oh, okay.
So tell me if you can still hear me talking. I can try to explain it to you. Let me know if you can hear me talking. Say something. Somebody say yes, I can hear you talking.
Please, Lord, give me a sign, a
If not,
sign.
then we will wait.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the
So you
world
can hear me, yes.
blind?
All right, so this whole thing I created.
I wanna be the greatest. Everybody on the face shit. I look around and
Stop signs are often ignored.
I use a GoPro to get these shots.
Sometimes
And
worse than
so
others.
that, because I can be always watching it.
Introducing Corporal Will Smith of the
And my
Pacific Police
personal-
Department,
my big
doing
camera.
traffic enforcement in South
Go
San
back and
Francisco
forth.
and
The
Daly
GoPro
City.
is always there, and it's
All
always,
first step.
you know,
If you haven't been paying attention in
But
class,
things I learned in Arizona-
STEP stands for Saturation Traffic
Let's
Enforcement
work both
Program.
of them
Hello, I'm
together.
Corporal Smith. Reason I pulled
So
you over was
there
the
you go.
stop
That's
sign
me,
back
and then
there.
that's my camera. So,
And that's the lady that he
You have your driver's
was
license
referring
registration,
to
please?
earlier.
so
This
she's the
driver
one with two
claimed that
kids
she
in the
was in a
back.
rush because she was running out of gas.
Now, normally,
I tried to get her side of the story.
Now, normally, I'll ask the officer. I say, "Hey, is that person safe to talk with?" And they usually tell me, "Oh, they seem to be okay," and then I'll go talk to them. But in this case, I decided, and I like to walk up rolling because I want to get your first reaction. If I go up to somebody and says, "Hey, can I put you on camera?" They're already going to go say no. Most of them are going to say no, you can't. And then once they say no, it doesn't mean I can't put you on TV. I don't need your permission. But I sometimes will do it depending on where I am. So in this case, let's go back in.
Well, let's just say she wanted nothing to do with me or the camera.
Can you stop fucking with... Sir, can you please get him to stop recording me?
So let's.
Now, I paused it. Now, it took me a while to figure out how to write this story. It literally took me a little bit to write the story because I had to figure out how do you tell this story even though my audio was messed up from the wind.
From the wind, yeah.
So it's very windy. If you look at the trees, you can see the trees blowing. And in that area, it's right near San Francisco. The trees were blowing. The wind was hitting my mic, and it made it bad. But then I don't think she realized that I had the GoPro in the car because you'll see.
Pause the video right here, and we'll come back to that.
I also paused it here too. So I matched it so that way you can.
So that's him.
So that's her.
No, and well, that's you.
That's
and
me.
her.
But you see how far away.
It looks like she's about to like jump out of the window.
Now you see how far away I am from her, right? But she swears up and down that I was in her car, and if she tells the cop that I was in the car and she tried to move out the way and I just followed her, but this lasted. What you see there is the amount of time it lasted. Mm-hmm. The amount of time you saw, so it was there for a few seconds. So that's.
So William says, turn your speakers off while playing the video, and then turn your speakers back on after you pause the video to talk about it.
Oh, they can hear it?
No, I guess. I don't know. That's why I feel like it'll be much easier once we get the
new
headphones.
equipment. Yeah. So I'm going to do it again. It's just I have to do it both ways. So I'm going to stop my audio and I'm going to play this. But if I turn the speakers down, wait, hold on. I'm going to turn the speakers down because then they can't hear me at all. There we go. All right.
No, we just can't hear ourselves.
Can't hear ourselves.
That's seen
right.
in a moment.
So
running stop signs in the Bay
now
Area
here's another
is
shot.
more common than
GoPro.
it should be.
See the white car, and she ran the stop sign. Now,
So common that
enough,
many people will put it on their
she
mama
swore up and down
that
she
they
did not
came
run
to a
it, and he
complete
just
stop.
made it up.
No, you didn't.
Which
Because
is why
if
he
you stopped,
said,
I would not have pulled you over because that'd be unlawful and I'd go to
make
prison.
it up. I make it up.
I don't want to do that.
Lying.
So I'm not making
it
stuff
literally
up.
took
It's
him
on-
to show
it's
her
on
what
camera.
happened.
But people always tell you that they
to
stop.
her to understand what went down.
And he did that through his
So
cell phone.
sometimes
they
with
have
that,
almost every
a lot
car has a
of
camera.
the contacts that we deal with,
So,
or all the
can you guys
contacts
still
that
hear me?
we deal
So every
with are
car has a
either
camera.
body camera and dash cam.
And you can hear
And so
everything
sometimes
that's
if
going
someone
on.
tells me that they did
You
not,
can see everything that's going on. You can play it backwards in the car.
they did not commit
If
that
he's not sure,
violation.
you can play it back and look at it.
each one of our patrol
So,
vehicles has a
it's
cell
like they have,
phone,
like,
so
a
I'll go back and I'll
backup,
record
so
that
it's
violation
recording.
on
Yeah.
So
the cell phone.
what
I'll come back and I'll actually show the person that may in fact committed that violation.
Yeah. Can
And
you guys
so
still
that
hear
way
the
you
audio
can
from the
see
show?
what the
Because
violation
I
was.
turned down my speaker, but I'm not sure if you can still hear it. Let me know if you
So I'm going
cannot.
to change your mind in 4 seconds.
I don't know. We're trying something new, so no one's responding, so I'm not sure.
Kind of on the left side, you'll see
then
the white
again, I
car
guess they
coming
can hear
down.
Give it a few seconds.
You'll see you slow down. You continue right on through
Anyway,
the stop sign.
so there
We
you
had
go.
one that was really
This-
interesting.
This is
Okay,
different.
Aw,
this was
you
over
see
near San Francisco.
yourself.
Yes, so I don't normally do that. That's
I
true.
know.
She ran a stop sign.
And then we
That's high
go
risk.
back
We
in.
don't know who you are.
You don't know who I am.
She had 2 kids in the back.
So, all right. So we lost everybody for a second. Maybe they're still
We can
watching
hear
the
the
video.
video and you guys talking.
All right, good. That's what I want. I want you to hear both.
Sounds better now.
All right.
And then she
so,
got mad at me for videotaping.
and this is the GoPro turned around, and then I just use it
But
to cut back
In a
and forth.
public place.
What is up with that? Why does he keep on recording?
So
Because he's
there we go. As
he's
we're going
allowed
back
to.
and
It's a
forth,
public
you can
area, so
see-
he's allowed to record.
People have the rights of privacy as
You listen
well.
to her,
So
and
I'm
then she
asking
made
him to
this
be
whole
recorded.
story that
He
didn't
does
exist.
not keep the
That's-
camera in my face. I'm physically
And
moving
people
out the
always
way,
yell that
and
the
he bringing it
camera's
back
in
to
their
my
face.
face. I'm crying. I'm
But
breaking
if you
down.
can
I'm
see
going
from
through
the
a
last
lot.
shot that
Why
I
the
was
hell is he
never
fucking?
in her
He
face,
can
I
do
was
that.
back a little bit.
Because it's a public area and he's allowed to
So-
record.
One thing I've learned is that many drivers confuse slowing down with stopping.
I'm Corporal Smith with the Pacifica
Oh.
Police Department. So the
it's
reason I
on
pulled
the
you over is
jacket.
back at Callan and Lux.
Nothing on-
You
this
slowed
is-
down and you continue through the stop sign without
This is
making
an
a full
old video.
complete
Old
stop.
people here
So let me ask you a
I
question.
made a long time ago.
If I
This
was
guy
banging
was
on your
funny.
mirror, right? Would you want me to
Speakers.
bang on your mirror really, really hard with a
Alone would
Would you
work.
want me to stop banging on the mirror or slow down?
So I guess it was too much with the.
Yeah, it was too much. So this guy here was interesting because and
If
and
you
he
do
literally started
this,
crying. I didn't show him crying.
Yeah.
I don't see a grown man cry.
Right?
Yeah.
But he was
You want me to
crying
stop
because he's
banging
gonna
on your
get a
mirror?
ticket. But imagine
Or you want me
the
to slow
pain
down?
you inflict if you run a stop sign and hit somebody. and you get hit by someone running a stop sign. So you know.
The fine for running a stop sign in California is $35.
And ironically, let me pause it for a second.
Just $35.
So when I did the live video, this scene that just went by a minute ago ran twice, and I thought I did something wrong, but it turned out to be a YouTube glitch. So there wasn't nothing had to be changed, so that the speaker doesn't pick up the video sound and the mic.
Because the mic is picking up what we hear.
But once we get the headphones, that's all going to change.
Yeah.
So,
however, after all the fees and
just so
additional surcharges are added,
Stanley made
it
that
jumps
guy understand.
to $490.
It took him a quick
plus a point when you're driving.
Right?
Yeah, it took him a minute to understand, but he didn't know.
Signs, you also got to make sure you look both ways.
People think that slowing and stopping is the same thing.
So there's an issue of you failing to stop
at a
stop sign and then
you
not looking.
Let me pause it for a second. So there's another example that used to be out a long time ago I could not use.
Yep.
What?
Well, he says it was a little, I'm assuming he meant bit genius there.
Yeah. But, okay, so the original version of that was, so a police officer pulls you over, yanks you out the car, and starts beating you with his nightstick. Mm-hmm. Now, if he's beating you with the nightstick, do you want him to slow down, or do you want him to stop?
Oh, God.
Clearly, I couldn't use that one.
Oh, gosh, yes, clearly not.
So I had to come up with something really quick on the fly. So that tapping on the mirror was something I came up with on the spot, right then and there, because it made more sense, because he could relate to it. So that's where that came from.
A citation for that stop sign violation. The reason I work in that stop sign is because South City's been having a lot of complaints about stop sign violations. And so all these shots you see are just different shots. Also, the roadway's still wet out too, so you gotta stop, okay?
Many of you will argue it's a money grab for revenue.
I don't give a
advice.
ID gaff.
Make the county go broke by not committing traffic infractions.
So my next question is,
that phrase like 2 days before.
So even this is a shot of the GoPro on the outside of the car where we're driving down the street. And wait,
in San Mateo County for revenue.
So I want to show you
advice.
Something. This is interesting.
Make the county go broke.
I've lost more GoPros with this shot than anybody should ever lose.
Because the GoPro is on the end.
No, because if I have a dirty police car, it doesn't stick.
Oh.
It doesn't adhere to it.
Yeah.
So if it doesn't adhere to it, and he picks up speed,
it'll fly
the
off.
GoPro goes flying away.
And you've lost a GoPro?
I've lost a couple of GoPros flying away.
Oh, wow.
And you see them fly away, and at that point, you're on a freeway, so nothing you can do about it. So if you find a GoPro on the freeway, that was mine.
Dang.
Yeah, so there's some free GoPros floating around there somewhere on the hood of a car that was mounted and fly off. But I did that. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. When I feel like I went to the desert and learned new skills. Because when I was at crime, I only had 4 hours. I used super glue. Yeah, I'll never get it back then. I only had 4 hours to shoot a story and 4 hours to edit, and then somehow another get a lunch, but no overtime. But we'll come back to that in a second.
No, talk about that now.
So, let's see.
Okay, go. Sorry.
So, it's literally, I had 4 hours. So when I come back, I had to write it and edit it and put it out so you guys can get it. So when I went to Arizona, they gave me I had to shoot stories for 3 days a week. I learned new skills, like putting myself in a story with a GoPro. Something I never thought about doing because I was too busy rushing. So when I do these shoots with these steps, we start at 8 in the morning, we get done at 4 in the afternoon. So that's a whole day. We take lunch for about an hour, and then we go back and do it all over again. But the difference is that now I have time to go back and look at the stories and make them work a little bit better.
And you can like
but not committing traffic infractions.
Except for losing the GoPro that's flying away.
You can figure out like what.
So I do different shots on the car. That's I have the GoPro 10.
In San Mateo County, Stanley Roberts for Mr. Badley
Productions.
Angle,
so then I can zoom in if I want to. And of course you have the closing, which, and then of course by the way I told you his gas light came on, and then he was like, oh, it's because I was in the car. But then he explained to me that the car itself burns gas a lot.
What kind of car is it? A Charger?
It's no, not a Charger. It's like a SUV.
Oh, okay. But he was an SUV.
But remember, a lot of them have so much equipment in them that the equipment takes up a lot of the space for that kind of stuff. So that makes sense? Mm-hmm. That makes sense, guys? Anybody?
You gotta wait 8 seconds.
Oh, that's right. Oh, by the way, our new system, there will no longer be a delay.
Really?
No, I'm lying.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say.
Yeah, the Ford SUVs are, I wish you could say, acronym for sucking up gas. Glad I helped with the new audio gear. I hope you're still getting your warm lemon. No, you know what, David? you kind of broke her of that habit. Because now she goes, oh, I'm not spoiling you anymore. I'm not spoiling you anymore. You have to get your own lemon and water now. You have to get your own water and lemon. And how would a 360 camera work for you? You know, I don't really want to experiment with 360 cameras yet. Although I do want one of those cameras, the long one where the pole is. Is that 360?
Oh yeah, where it kind of is.
Thank you, David.
Where it disappears.
More super sticker, $50. Thank you,
David.
Thank you.
We really appreciate it.
We do.
Thank you.
No, I mean we're upgrading our gear, and we should be like Memorial David Bomb F-bomb Memorial gear. You know.
Does that?
No, it doesn't mean that.
I was gonna say.
No, $50 for your pain. Thank you. So, I'm going to keep that up there. So we do appreciate all the stuff going on, and you see what I have to go through. Now, to give you an idea of these stories, so I have my gear over there. I have it all and sealed away. When I use it, I have to the day before I do it, I have to go back and check everything to make sure everything works. And I thank Panasonic because I brought the camera directly from the manufacturer. So they gave me the case with it, so that was great.
That's a heavy duty case.
Heavy duty case. I travel with it so it doesn't get busted up. And it comes with have batteries, two batteries which last all day, and the gear is the microphones are from Sennheiser. Yeah, I do want the Instatek 360.
Is that the one where you're holding it like this, and you show it all around, but like you don't actually see that you're holding the handle?
I want to know how
that one looks cool.
Yeah, but I want to do that one with. I got to figure out how to work it when I'm riding in a police car or walking down the street.
I think you would use it more so for outside, not.
No, but I'm thinking about putting it on the front of a car and then having it look like we're driving down the street and you can't see. It's the shot of us driving.
But how do you have it on the moving car?
You'd have to mount it.
Oh, okay.
You'd have to mount it. So yeah, Instatek 360. Sorry about your lemon water deal. Yeah, well, you can't have everything, but thank you for that. I appreciate it. She's like, oh, yeah, I'm not supporting you anymore. And I was like, David, F-bomb! Actually, she does still bring me my water.
I still do.
She still brings it.
I just don't do refills anymore.
You never did refills.
You would always be like, oh, can you go heat this up for me? And I'd be like, okay. And now I'm like, no.
No, I would say put it in the microwave. You're like,
no, we're not putting it in the microwaves. In the microwave.
Lemon water. So a lot of people. So here's the interesting part about lemon water. Is that you've taught some of your friends to do that every day.
Lemon water with unfried sea salt.
Yeah, and now some people are addicted to it.
I mean, I don't know if they're addicted to it, but they really like it, and it makes them feel better. And I know, and there's the science behind why it makes you feel better. So I mean, I'm just telling you what could help.
All right, fair enough.
And that is that.
That is that. So. It's we on here for 1 hour and 24 minutes.
All right, almost an hour and a half. Okay.
So we'll make it at 1:30. We'll wrap it. How about that?
We'll cut it.
We'll cut it at 1:30.
Okay. Sounds good.
But she makes me my water in the morning with. She makes hers with unrefined sea salt, and I have what do I use?
I add a little salt in yours.
No, what's that I use in mine?
I add a little salt.
Yeah, whatever.
I do.
I use what's that?
I don't know why you do that. I really wish you would stop doing that.
It's not Splenda. What is it?
Stevia.
Stevia. I put a little bit.
He likes his water sweet.
But I don't use sugar. I use stevia.
Yeah, I put a little salt in there.
That's right. I put a little. What's that movie? What's that movie? Oh my God.
I don't know what movie.
With Whoopi Goldberg. She said I put a little bit of.
David says he wants refills heated in the microwave. Pretty high maintenance. You telling me?
No, I heat it myself.
No, but you shouldn't even heat it in the microwave. Just heat more water and use the water use the naturally heated water. Why are you gonna use a microwave?
What was that movie with
Can we say Diva? Jumping Jack Flash and Frieza.
No, the movie with no,
Ghost?
no, the one where they were in slavery days. And then she peed the guy's lemonade with the color purple. She said she put a little bit of what was her name though? Celia.
Oh, I don't know.
Celia juice in your.
Oh yeah. Wait, is that the color purple?
I think it was color purple. Her name was Celia.
I think it was.
I put a little Celia juice in your iced tea.
Oh God, that sounds gross.
The color purple. What?
No,
have
I'm
you
saying
seen
that sounds. Yeah, I have.
You
I read the book first.
Didn't you want her to be your mom at one time?
Whoopi Goldberg?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I thought she was so cool. She was so awesome.
Yeah, we
Why do I tell you these things, Beeb? So you can just like put me on blast?
No, I remember her and I had an argument over who farted.
Yeah, and it was Ted Danson.
Ted Danson farted, but she blames it on me and I blamed it on her. You know I can see you, right?
You can?
Yeah, there's a camera right here.
David says you two are a hoot.
Whew.
Wait, Betty, why are you what's the question mark? Do we confuse you or is it just this one?
I don't see a question mark.
Betty Veronica's things don't show up in here for some reason.
Oh.
So he can use them against you in the future, right? You always be using whatever I tell you against
That's
me.
right. I'd be holding that as evidence.
Don't worry, I do the same.
Mm-hmm.
I do the same.
You know what the funny part is? I hear everything she says. She doesn't think I do until I reveal it one day. And she goes, "Wait, you heard that?" I'm like, "Yep, I don't miss a trick. I'm like a bank vault."
Betty, you are relevant. I don't know why why for some reason you're not showing up in the chat though.
Maybe she is. I just can't.
No, she hasn't been showing up in this chat for quite some time.
She was last week. She was.
No, she was?
Yeah, because I read her last week.
Oh. Chris says it was Mr. Lee, the guy who runs the newspaper stand around the corner. Wait, who's that? Did I miss a previous comment?
Yeah, because you're so busy throw me under the bus that you ran out of gas. So as I was saying, she tells me stuff and I put it in the bank vault waiting for the day where I could cash it out. And then it's like, and she goes, "Oh, you did hear me." Like, around the holidays, I buy her a gift, and she goes, "Oh my God, you heard what I said." I was just joking. I didn't think you were really going to buy me a moss-colored family Grisanza. I said, I hear everything. Even when she talks in her sleep. I hear it all.
I do that a lot. Oh, Chris says the one who farted.
Oh.
See, that's the problem with these conversations is that we end up seeing the responses like so delayed that we've already moved on to another topic and I'm like, wait, what?
You know the scariest thing ever in life?
Your face?
Yeah, my face. When you sleep and then somebody next to you just start having a whole conversation.
I sit up and start talking. I sit up a lot, right?
No, you just start talking. I mean, it's like...
I start talking. I don't know why. I used to sleepwalk when I was younger.
I know, but I'm saying now you just start having these conversations. I'm like, what the hell is going on?
Well, can you record me so I can hear them?
Really? It's 4 o'clock in the morning. I feel like I go to me find my recorder. Sure, it's got to be here somewhere.
Well, I've recorded you snoring before.
Okay, I'm record you one day.
Okay, yeah, so I can actually hear back the conversation.
On other matters, Twitter was supposed to restrict voting in polls to verify user only starting April 15th yesterday. Will you make up a poll soon to see what happens? Sure, I will make up a poll soon to see what happens. I propose.
Chris says my girlfriend talks in her sleep. It's kind of funny. Yeah, I mean,
it's creepy to me.
He thinks it's creepy because I don't know what I'm saying though. That's why I want him to record me.
Well, actually, we don't sleep with our phones next to us because she's afraid of EMTs. EFTs? What is it?
I'm not. Okay, number one, it's EMFs.
EMFs.
Electromagnetic frequency. And
William said, divide your conversations into segments so we can comment.
What are you talking about when you're talking about it? I know, right?
It's an 8-second delay.
It's an 8-second delay that seems like it's eternity.
And 8 seconds in TV land is forever.
Okay, but like seriously though, I don't sleep with my phone next to the bed. I usually put it in our bathroom, which is not the bathroom. I guess what's that?
So Chris
where the sinks are.
Chris is better have mumbles in Cantonese though.
My problem, Diane, is that oh, so you can't understand her. Actually, that would make that funny.
Yeah. So Elaine wants to know, but why? Wait, why? Why? What about EMTs?
Oh, EMFs Not EMTs. So what happens is these electric magnetic frequencies, like so we have them like with the microwave or like our Wi-Fi. They can in high frequencies, like they can impact you. So like for example, if it's like you're standing near a microwave, or like even when you microwave your food, like these EMFs like can alter like your food. It obviously isn't like when you look at it, it's not obvious how it can alter. Like you can't see it, but through the EMFs, it can. Same thing with us. We can't see how the EMFs directly impact us, but like they can cause long-term impacts. It's like what do you call it? It's a toxin, but it's not like a physical toxin, if that makes any sense.
Okay, stop.
It's like, what?
You gotta wait 8 seconds.
Wait, okay. For the response.
No, because William said that every 4 seconds we change subjects.
Oh, okay. We gotta wait. Well, we gotta wait 8 seconds so I can see the responses too, right?
Right.
Okay.
So we have to learn how to control your urges to want to just comment.
Okay.
All right. There you go.
Anyways,
right.
so basically when I say if you could see EMFs, you couldn't see across the room. So you don't see them obviously, but what I'm saying is I keep my phone not next to me when I'm sleeping, because when I'm sleeping, that's my detoxification. Well, that's ours. So when we sleep, that's when we go through our detoxification stage, and I don't want anything to interrupt that in the process. So I just put my phone. I used to put it in another room, but see, I have it as my alarm sometimes, so I just put it like in our little bathroom area on the way, or like where our sinks are, basically. So, what? Wait, what? Okay, now I get it. The Lemon Water is to make up for the night walking. I knew she had her own stuff going on. As you know, all stations. Wow! Okay, aren't we at like 1:30 already?
He nailed it.
Goodbye.
He nailed it.
I'm dead.
He pushed that nail right in. Okay, last subject real quick. Last subject. Booyah! Thank you. Anyway, I know you guys are saying good night, but one more thing before we go. So you know the guy that was caught for showing off the secrets, the government secrets? Do you know how they caught him?
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, David.
Thanks, David. Even though you clowned on me, still appreciate it. Thanks.
He didn't clown you. He uplifted me.
He clowned on me.
He put me up there like... Oh.
He said I was cray-cray.
He didn't say he was cray-cray. You said that.
I said I used to sleepwalk. Not that I still do. Oh, yeah. Lord Frieza, you know I will.
Super sticker, $50.
I'm going to get him back for sure.
Oh, yeah.
And he threw off my talking about EMFs, too. So, like, now I'm like, I was all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, time to say goodnight.
All right. Well, one note before you go. Read up on how they caught the guy who was selling the secrets.
Oh, yeah.
They were able to match his kitchen counter with the floor, determine it was him. That's some crazy CIA stuff right there. Anyway, we want to say thank everybody. And he said, not clowned, uplifted.
Okay.
All right. Anyway.
I'm a
boomer.
I'm a millennial.
And we do appreciate everybody participating in the subject.
Yes, we do. And maybe the next time we see you guys, we'll have our new gear.
Hello,
our new
Arcade
setup.
Revolution. Good night, all. Hey, don't forget to like, if you go to my YouTube channel, subscribe.
Oh, wait. Arcade Revolution said sent 5 bits before I go for surgery.
All right, 5 bits, thank you. What are you having surgery for? 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000, 5, 1,000, 6, 1,000, 7, 1,000, 8, 1,000. His defibrillator broke. See, 8 seconds it took him to respond. So good luck with that. We'll say prayers for you.
We
also,
did it backwards. What do we do backwards?
No, because it's the other way around.
I'm a millennial.
And I'm a boomer. And also...
Oh, wait. You're a millennial. I'm a boomer.
Wait. I just remember something. So on my Twitter and on my Facebook, I posted a friend of mine whose mother had a stroke. And he's been trying to take care of her on his own. And I sent him $150 for groceries, but also had $150 for groceries. but I also had him set up a
I'm not laughing at that. I'm sorry. I'm still laughing at the other comment.
I had him set up a he's not really super computer literate, so I went through to have him set up a Venmo account, and so people have been sending him a little bit of money here and there to help him with the groceries and help him to take care of some expenses. So it's on my Twitter and it's on my Facebook, and you can see that there. And if you can, one of my followers from the UK couldn't use Venmo so he sent it to me through PayPal, and then I turned around and sent it to my buddy in Ohio. So just want to help the guy out. His mom had a stroke. She's recovering, and she's doing better, but still, there's a whole lot to this story. It's not for me to put his personal information out there, but it is for me to try to help if I can. So I did, and if you see that and you want to help, please do. Be as much as $1. Just something, every little bit helps. But I just felt moved that I wanted to help him, and I want you guys to know there. So you have a buddy in Ohio, not you, Gabriel, not you, I promise. It's near Canton, Ohio, in that area. I know you're in, I think, Cleveland. So a lot of seeds out there. All right, guys. I'm Millennial.
I'm a Boomer.
And we do appreciate you spending your time with us. You could be anywhere else, doing anything else in the world, and you chose to hang out with us. And if you send us stars, if you send us bits, if you send us super chat, we thank you. We really do appreciate it. You can do it to anybody. You chose to do it to us, and we're grateful for that forever. And we hope that one day we'll have our own big studio, and then we can invite you guys to come hang out, and it'll be great. So have a great evening. Thanks, Elaine.
Have a
Lord
great
Frieza,
week.
William, Arcade, prayers for you, Gabriel, David F-Bomb, all you guys. We thank you very much. We forgot your name. We didn't forget it. We're just reading them right now, and that's what popped up. So, William, thank you. Lord Frieza, I think we just said your name already. But thank you. Are you gonna be mad at me when we hang up?
Why am I gonna be mad at you?
Because you said something.
I just said good night.
No, all right, I just want to make sure.
And have a great week.
Anything I need to apologize before we go off the air?
No.
All right. You sure?
Good night, guys.
Good night. We really appreciate it. What?
Huh?
Huh? What are you going to say?
Nothing.
Thank you for listening to Millennial Boom with Diane Faith and Stanley Roberts. Millennial Boom and Reasons Why Aliens Will Never Invade Earth and Caught Misbehaving videos are made possible through viewer donations. Check out www.linktree.com/MrBadleyTV to see how you can help. See you next week.